How's it, folks? Todd Howard recently did a interview with Kinda Funny Games, and it went on for about 50 minutes or just under an hour. So I'm going to pretty much summarize all the answers he gave into a shorter format. So I'll link the full interview in the description down below if you want to check it out, but this is just a quick update on some new information we've just gotten. Firstly, kind of out there question, but there will be no fishing with fishing rods. Wasn't really expecting that as a question, but that's how we started off with pretty much. And then the next one was 10% of planets have life, which will equal to about 100 planets, and some planets will have multiple biomes, whereas other planets will only have a single biome. And then fauna and flora will be associated with a specific biome, so you may need to travel out into different biomes to fully scan a planet. And if you fully scan a planet, that information is worth a lot of money that you can sell for credit. So it leans into the explorer role or explorer trait or whatever that started off in the character creation. We start off with the scanning trait, I think it was. Todd also confirmed that there will be no land vehicles or riding alien creatures available, but he did specify that you can use your jetpack to increase your movement and get around faster and have that upgraded in the perk talent tree thing. It's probably along the lines of only loading the area around you, and if they had a vehicle that you traveled quite fast on the planet's surface, then you might start getting LOD issues and things not loading in properly. So maybe they're focusing on not adding any land vehicles to have better performance. A space radio is confirmed, but it's only in one localized area, presumably the news station that showed up in New Atlantis, I think it was, during the Starfield Showcase. Next question was about stealing ships, and they can be modified very similar to how you would modify any of your other ships, but they have to be registered first in order to modify any of them. So you will need to pay some sort of upfront fee to do that. So he specified that this was to keep it economy based reasoning. So can't just hijack a whole bunch of ships and have thousands of credits rolling in quickly. You need to actually spend a bit of money to register it before you can start modifying it. And on a similar vein, deeper shipbuilding is meant to be more of a late game system, but basic changes aren't. So you can modify and upgrade your weapons or your shields, or get shield capacity for smuggled cargo and stuff like that, or contraband to hide from scans. But the more in-depth stuff is going to be a late game system where you have a lot more money and resources and late game perks and that sort of thing. Todd also specified that there won't be a performance mode for the Xbox. They're going to keep it on 30 FPS mode. Todd also says that there will be side quests that aren't simply kill 10 things, get out and turn in for a reward, which we kind of really expected. He also says that Starfield will be a modder's paradise, which I'm pretty happy to hear about. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some of the mods people will start bringing out when they get their hands on the game. And then he went into a bit about Outposts and how they are another deeper system like advanced shipbuilding. For instance, you can start up quick outposts, but the more intricate and go crazy parts are late game because it costs a lot more money and they need later tech. They use up a lot of resources that you'll probably only start getting in the mid-late game. So it's not something you can get started on right at the beginning of the game, but more something you get going into. And he also confirmed that you can set up trade routes between them, and they are a form of money generator. So outposts making resources and then selling the resources en masse for a whole bunch of credits or whatever unit of currency they're using. And then he also specified between the procedural generation and the handcrafted stuff appearing on planets, and he said that the idea is for rapid exploration on planets. Planets will have procedurally generated locations on them, but not many. You get in, explore, get out. Or spend a bit of time scanning stuff to knock that out of the way for surveying a system. But it's not really meant to be a hundreds of outposts or whatnot appearing on a planet type deal. He also said that suits are important to dealing with various biomes with temperature, radiation, and sort of stuff, and once again brought up that planets have traits which you can find out by scanning them and whatnot. And then he went into a bit of an anecdote about how he came across a whole bunch of dead herbivore alien creatures scattered around the ground, and a really big, scary, carnivorous alien creature that was taking them all out. So you can find alien creatures attacking one another, which I think is a pretty cool deal. You can also play the game without having companions, which I think was already confirmed earlier with perks that gave you boosts for playing alone without anyone around you, but that is in the game. And then also when asked about companions and romance, he said there's only 4 full romance companion, like fully fleshed out side quests. So, and they all 4 are from Constellation. And Todd said it's technically possible to have enough robot companions to crew your ship with just robots, but of course they won't do as good of a job as having the human companions with their perks and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little brief snippet of extra Starfield news. Are there any burning questions you still have about Starfield, or are you just waiting for it to get closer to release date? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care and cheers for now.